What's going on, fam? Welcome back to the channel. I have a very cool review for you guys today. A little bit of nostalgia, but also a brand new release from Nike. These are the re-release of the Nike CTR360 Maestri 3s in the launch colorway, which is yellow, this like crazy yellow color and black and white. Very excited to hop into it. Really quick thanks to Cornerman UK who got these to me. I will have a little bit more plug stuff. I think he put some stuff in the box as well, so you guys will see that. Without further ado, let's just hop straight into the unboxing. This is very, very exciting stuff. So the new CTR, or I guess old CTR, this re-release comes in this beautiful box with the Sonic Yellow, white, and black. So that's what they're calling this. The original launch colorway was called a Sonic Yellow. You have the Nike swoosh here on the top, and then you've got the CTR360 logo here on the side. You've got the basic information of the Nike logos on the bottom there. You've got a really cool touch here, which is these the 8 3D fins on the instep for passing, which we'll talk about later, but those are those fins in the exact way that they are on the actual boot. Blank on that side, and then on this side, you've got the CTR360 Maestri 3 FG SE, or Special Edition. The only reason they're calling this a special edition is simply because this is a different release. And per usual with CTRs, I'm going with a 9.5 US, which is a 0.5 higher than I would normally go for a pair of football boots. There are only really 3 silos that I have to go up half a size with. That's the Tiempo Legend 5 Elite, any of the Nike Magista series, or any of the CTR 360 series. Obviously the Magista followed the CTR, so that kind of makes sense. And then for whatever reason, the Tiempo Legend 5 Elite, or Tiempo Legend 5, I guess, was a boot that I had to wear half size up. So let's get into the unboxing straight away. Oh my days. Oh yeah, the OGs. Wow, this is such a throwback. Holy moly. Okay, absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. These are a one-to-one remake, which we'll talk about in just a sec. But just to get the unboxing experience for you guys, those are the football boots, absolutely beautiful. So those, there you go, absolutely stunning. I'm gonna take these out of the box just so you can get a little bit of an idea of what the box is like. There's the CTR360 logo with the Nike logo and this little bar, which is sort of the, it very much feels on brand for this CTR. Cornerman UK, pair of grip socks included, which is awesome. And then we open it up and there's a little Cornerman Boots sticker, which is awesome. And a little Cornerman Boots, there you go. So at Cornerman UK, go check his stuff out, really sensational. And that is it for the box, I believe. There you go. All right, so there's the box. This is the string bag which comes with it. This is definitely not the same string bag that the original came with, but very, very cool. Kind of mirrors the box in a lot of ways with those little stiples. Obviously the stiples being 3D on the box, and then just black, represented by black dots on this really nice string bag. So very cool, very, very nice touches. Well done, Nike. That's an awesome unboxing experience from the special edition case, and then you've got the boots here. So I'm actually gonna throw this guy right there. And here we go. So what a fantastic pair of football boots. So the CTR, a couple different tech specs. Let's just go over the tech specs right away. And then honestly, the biggest thing for me is gonna be to try these on and to get these to see if they fit and feel and how they compare to kind of the modern day version of these boots. Obviously this being a Kangalite upper, being sort of a synthetic. What brands are doing synthetic leather uppers now? Most of them, especially because kangaroo leather is now becoming sort of frowned upon for whatever reason, but a very, very cool football boot. So the CTR Maestri 3 ran from 2012 when it released all the way to 2014, which is fantastic. This is the Sonic Yellow, white, and black colorway. As I mentioned before, half a size up for the CTR360 based on Magista sizing, based on CTR sizing, based on Tiempo Legend 5 sizing. Half a size up fits my foot lengthwise the best as far as I remember. Obviously, we'll see in the on-feet portion if I was correct, but I'm pretty sure that's the case, especially with some of the Magistas that I've been getting recently for some short-form content. This is a one-to-one remake. This boot was worn predominantly by midfielders and control style players. It was sort of headed by Andres Iniesta, who ended up actually being the Magista face as well, but this was sort of his football boot at Nike, and this is absolutely the boot that I attribute to Andres Iniesta, particularly at the sort of the dominating years he had in Barcelona during those 2012 to 2014 time period. You've got those 3D fins here that you saw on the box. So what these are supposed to do is they're textured in the middle, and then a couple of them have these little kind of extra fins on top. And what this area is supposed to do is give you a little bit more ball control when passing and controlling the ball with the instep. The rest of the surface of this upper is actually really nice and smooth. It's got a little bit of padding to it. I'll take this out as well so you guys get a good look of how soft these boots are. Really, really nice and soft. This Kangolite upper was a nice update from the previous generation, the Maestri 2, which was a little bit clunky in my opinion, had those little pods on top, and they've changed that to just have a little bit of stippling in this upper here from the 2 to the 3. The 3 is still not a lightweight boot, excuse me. It's very, very heavy, honestly, by today's standard. Size 9 or 9.5 US comes in right around the 250, 260 gram mark, which is around 9 ounces. So that is really far off of where sort of modern control boots have come since the time when these came out. That being said, these are a fan favorite because of how comfortable they are, because of how nice the touch surface was, and because of how good this Kangolite material is. This Kangolite material is obviously a synthetic that's meant to be as similar to leather as possible, so you've got a little bit of moldability, a little bit of obviously out-of-box softness, but then you don't get overstretching. And then with the addition of Nike's ACC, which we don't know if it is actually a thing or not, basically there's a coating on the outside of this synthetic leather that allows you to quote-unquote play better in all conditions, and that way there's no issues with water retention and all that stuff. I remember playing in this pair of football boots with different sorts of weather conditions, and when it rained, my feet got soaked. It wasn't a situation where the boots kept me dry by any sense, but they did. This boot did do a good job of being pretty consistent with the touch as I played through rain, snow, and normal dry conditions as well, which is really cool. The sole plate is nylon, I believe. Don't quote me on that one. I can't remember what the exact material of this, but they are all sort of these rounded half moon studs, or these little rectangular with curved edge studs. So sort of very neutral sole plate, very neutral stud pattern. The idea behind a lot of these half moon studs was because they wanted a lot of rotational energy. So when you're rotating this direction back and forth, they want you to be able to rotate, but then also have enough bite in them on the flat surfaces to be able to cut really well. And we actually see this exact half moon shape in the Copa Pure line with the Nemesis sole plate. It's a very, very similar, the sole plate is obviously a different design, but this exact kind of half moon stud shape we see in that Nemesis sole plate that features on the Copa Pure line, which is great. So you kind of get a good idea of both cutting and rotational ability, as well as agility moving side to side when you do want to plant and cut one direction, which is awesome. So as far as the colorways, this I believe was the launch colorway that originally came out in 2012. I wore the citrus and black color, the fresh mint color, and the atomic orange color before switching over to Hypervenom 1. So maybe what I'll do is I'll put a bunch of those pictures here on screen. So those are the 3 colors that I remember wearing. I could have worn other ones, but those were like the 3 that really kind of pop out to me as the ones that I wore the most. But this yellow colorway, this is very cool. It's a very classic color. It screams Iniesta to me. This is one of the boots that I remember him wearing probably more than really anything else. I remember him wearing this one. I remember him wearing the Maestri 2 Elite in the red launch colorway with the red, black, and white with the carbon sole. I remember him wearing those. And then I remember him wearing Magista Obra 1 in the yellow with the multicolored Flyknit colorway. So those 3 boots are like what I associate Iniesta with, which is pretty cool because he was one of my favorite players to watch growing up, which is awesome. CTR360 Maestri 3, these are a fantastic looking pair of football boots. They are a cult classic for sure, and I'm gonna be very interested to see how they stack up to the rest of kind of my current rotation, if you will. A couple of the things that I did want to talk about when it comes to competition for this boot. So if Nike were to release this as a general release as their quote unquote control boot right now, the synthetic leather kind of competes with a couple different things on the market. So you've got Micro SK, which is Asics synthetic leather. You've got not Adapt Light, excuse me. Adidas has the synthetic leather featuring on the Predator, which is pretty fantastic. Obviously, they're using the calfskin leather on the Copa Pure, but that Predator, which that same material also featured on some of the F50 line, which was pretty fantastic. I would say that is sort of competitive with this material. I would say that this material is a little bit softer straight out of the box. The Predator line is a little bit more, it's a little bit thicker, to be honest. That being said, this also doesn't have any rubber elements on it, so that could affect the way that upper is constructed. But I would say that's a really nice synthetic leather. The Micro SK is about as close as you can possibly get to a synthetic leather material, which is pretty awesome. And then the new Tiempo Legend 10 Elite, which I still have not had my hands on as far as the filming of this video goes, but my guess is it's going to be a very similar material to this boot and this version of the Kangalite material. Obviously, Kangalite's had multiple iterations. My guess is that it'll be a very thin version of this material, probably a little bit updated, a little more durable, and all of that stuff. But I imagine that it's going to be a very similar shape, a very similar feeling, or that's at least what it looks like based on photos of that football boot. And my guess is it is no accident that they've re-released the CTR360 on top of that new Tiempo Legend 10 that's coming out as well. So for me, and then of course you've got K-Better from the Puma brand, which is their synthetic leather that's on the Puma King Ultimate. And I still haven't, as of the filming of this video, I still haven't gotten to the 1 month review of that one. That one's been a bit tough for me to break in because they do run pretty slim, so I am trying to break them as best I can. We'll get there when we get there, and I'll hopefully have that video out to you guys soon. But that synthetic leather is much thinner than this. It's probably because there's no foam padding on the inside of that one, so take that with a grain of salt. It's kind of whatever you prefer. This one is definitely much more of a plush control feel, whereas that one honestly feels like a speed boot. It has a lot of homages to the Mercurials of the past with that sort of synthetic leathery material from the Nike brand. So it's kind of whatever you want, but those are what this boot would compete with nowadays. I would say that this is very premium feeling. It's very nice. Let's get it on feet, and then we can really talk about how does it compare with those boots. And then of course we can, I'll decide, I'll probably do a 1 month review of these because I think I just want to wear them and enjoy them and have fun with them. So let's do that. Let's hop to the field right now, and I will see you guys there. All right, guys, out here at the beautiful Rochester Stadium here. It is a little bit smoky, so excuse me if I start coughing. It's just poor air quality right now, but wanted to get this video out ASAP. CTR360 Maestri 3 in this absolutely gorgeous yellow colorway. Let's just hop straight into the on-feet portion. So, absolutely beautiful here in the dusk sunlight. Really stunning. Again, these are a 9.5, so we're gonna see how they fit and feel. I'm not wearing any, well, okay, that's a lie. These Nike grip socks are kind of grippy. They're kind of not grippy. I don't know. I'll tuck my pants in as well so you guys get a good sense of what these boots look like. Slide my feet in. Boom. Wow. Oh, yeah. Okay. Definitely a little bit of extra space on the toe, but that's about a quarter size that actually breaks in pretty well, if I remember correctly, once you break the boot in. So that's no problem there. Get these laced up. Oh, my days, ladies and gentlemen. These are so nice. The Kangalite upper is really lovely. I haven't tried on a pair of these CTRs since I wore them back in 2013 or 14, I believe. I think it was 2013. And I gotta say, mega comfortable straight out of the box. Really, really nice. Get the shoe out of the way. Let's hop into the other one, and then we'll go from there. I don't have a ball with me because it is, I left them in the car, unfortunately, and but you guys will be seeing tons of content on this, not only short form content, but also some longer form, maybe a training session or a shooting session or something with these. But honestly, very, very nice football boots to wear. Comparable to a couple things on the market, I would say. As far as the synthetic leather materials we talked about in the unboxing portion of the video, I would say that this Kangalite upper is up there with the best. These are super soft, really, really nice straight out of the box. Absolutely sensational feel on feet, and they really do a nice job of molding nicely in all the areas of the boot. You guys know I have a pretty wide foot here in that midfoot area, and they seem to be fitting really nicely. And there you go. Let's get this all sorted for you guys as well. There we go. Okay, so there we go, on feet with the CTR360 Maestri 3s. Very, very nice. That suede heel lining makes it super nice just to get into the boot, and then my heel doesn't feel like it's slipping at all, even when I do any sort of rotations as well. There's that sole plate, which is also a really good thing that I was talking earlier about, those kind of half conical studs, those half moon shaped studs that do a really nice job of digging into the artificial ground. So they are going to be suitable, I think, for most, even though technically it is an FG pair of boots. I think these will be perfectly suitable for FG and AG, which is totally fine. So there's a full look at the football boots. I think these look absolutely iconic, absolutely stunning here in the sunlight. They are yellow, which I don't usually wear. I don't remember the last time I actually got a pair of yellow football boots. Volt, yes, but yellow, not so much. Honestly, they're so comfortable out of the box. I'll probably wear these for training tomorrow, if I'm honest. I'll just get a pair of, I'll probably wear these socks with them as well, just so I can start to break them in. The Nike grip socks are really thin, so it kind of allows me to get into the boots and feel them and really break them in before I get some of the thicker grip socks that I wear for games or something, because otherwise it just doesn't feel as good as I want it to. But overall, these feel sensational on feet. It's a really neutral sole plate, which is super nice. That's one thing that I really enjoy about the CTR, as well as the Magista line, kind of that whole control boot series from Nike since back in 2010, 2011 has been really, really fantastic. So for me, these are a fantastic pair of football boots. There's still lots of stock on websites like Unisport and ProDirect and soccer.com. You could probably pick up a pair of these at retail. I wouldn't pay over retail right now for them because they are just a one-to-one remake, but they are a one-to-one remake, which means you're basically, for a regular retail price, getting one of the best Nike football boots that's, in my opinion, that's ever been made. I think these are fantastic. They fit a majority of foot types, which is awesome. They've got a pretty low toe box as well. Really, really nice football boots straight out of the box. These passing fins really do provide a nice cushion sensation when you pass the ball. Not too dissimilar from the new Nike, or I guess it's not new anymore, but Tiempo Legend 9 Elite that's got that little pad across the instep. These remind me a little bit of those boots, although the shape is definitely different. As I said, 9.5 US, and that's the end of my foot. So I've got about a quarter thumb's width, about a half a thumb's width of space on the very end there. So I would say these fit absolutely perfectly. I probably wouldn't go down half a size just because I don't want my feet to, the Kangalite's not going to stretch a ton. And so this is just the perfect sizing. But for my feet, honestly, guys, these are a really sensational pair of football boots, and I'm really excited to wear these on a regular basis because they are, even though they are a remake, like a one-to-one remake, they are brand new. So my hope is that Nike has just rebuilt these, and so they technically are a new football boot, even though it's old tech, which means they'll definitely last they'll last as long as a new football boot would, hopefully. So for me, I'm gonna enjoy these. I'm gonna really push them to the limits. I'll do a 1 month review and might even order a second pair because I love how these fit and feel, and I miss the kind of control boot that I used to wear from Nike. The control boot Hypervenom, control boot Magista and CTR lines, and then the Hypervenom series are like my favorite. And then of course GX now is part of that because I do really love and enjoy wearing the GX as well. So definitely would recommend purchasing a pair. Get them at retail, don't pay over, don't let any boot dealer, screw you over with like just get them at retail from a boot dealer or from a shop. Again, thank you to Cornerman UK for sourcing these for me. I really appreciate that, getting these to me super quick from over in the UK. So that's it for the video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed that review of this new but old remake of the CTR360 Maestri 3 Elite. If you guys do have any extra questions, leave them down in the comment section below. As always, be awesome, take care. I'll see you guys in the next video. And if you didn't already, go the link in the description. Not only will there be an Instagram to @Cornerman UK, but there'll also be a link to my website where you can purchase the in-season lifting programs, which are available for you guys there, as well as a Patreon that I just set up. So thank you guys so much for your support. I appreciate you. And as always, be awesome. Take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.